Hi, my name is Cristian Merino, and I am the CEO and founder of Relay Race Investments. It is an algorithmic trading company, and in my case, me as a trader, I multiply by 8 with a 63 yearly return during 4 years, making trades in the United States stock market, and I launched my own ETF. To do so, I partner with a portfolio administrator, which is FlexInvest, who provides the legal umbrella, with the issuer, who is Leverage Shares, and of course my company, who decides when to buy and when to sell the stocks in order to get a high return. Regarding the pillars of the strategy, we have 6 pillars. First of all of them are proprietary strategies. 10 proprietary strategies, which after lots of nights non-sleeping, thinking of how to outperform the market, I gather all together, and I gather 10 strategies, which are all of them event-driven, which means that when there is a capital raise or an M&A, we decide when to buy, when to sell, etc. Secondly, compounding success. No quick bucks. I have never believed in quick bucks, so what we do is lots of trades, lots of operations, with the idea of compounding the return, and and this is the reason why this is called relay race, which means in Spanish, carreras relevos. That is, we get the momentum of one stock, who passes the baton to the next stock, etc. Thirdly, seamless, repeatable process, because there are many events during all the days. Fourthly, self-hedging strategies, because it works better when the market goes down. Fifthly, extending hours market trading, which is very important because it's when there are more opportunities. And finally, because it's partly automated, and thanks to FabLab, we are going to full automated. And in case anyone is willing to speak later, I'm really happy to do so. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Leire González. I'm part of the DM Rural company, and I'm going to tell you a little more about Rural Services, our project. Rural Services is a project backed by Europe, and as you can read, a winner of Aprende y Emprende en el Medio Rural in 2024. And it consists on giving facility and accessibility to companies to rural areas, so the people that live there can take the facility to look for them and take the service they provide. We have 2 formats. We have a physical guide of rural services, and we have a digital guide. We have more than 50,000 providers of services in Spain. We are working on La Rioja. We also are working on Badajoz with our digital platform, backed also by an European project called Rurbanife. And this is an old roadmap, but we started in April 2023, and we are now we launched in 2025 our first physical guide of rural services, and now we are working on the second one. As I told, we are working on the physical guide and the digital guide, so as you know, most of the people in rural areas don't like that much technology, and so we facilitate to them the physical guides so they can look for these companies. We help businesses grow. We work with businesses and companies that provide services also in urban areas, but don't have that much facility to go to these rural areas, so we help them reach them and that people. This is an image of our physical guide. The companies that work with us have like a space in our physical guide that can put their contact, their services and everything, so people in rural areas look for them. Then this is our target. We work with companies in urban areas, companies in rural areas. We also have the promoters, and time is running, so we have different we have different spaces so the companies can choose and can promote the guide. And that's all. I have a very long presentation, so I'm going to finish here. Any question, you can look for me later. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you for attending this speech. I apologize for my voice today. My name is José Galisteo. My company is CASAFE Engineering, and we are a defense company. So our main target is to provide engineering services, knowledge, technology, engineering know-how to the big defense players. But today I'm bringing here something a little different, and it is that we also provide bridging services between the civil industry and the defense. That is, we help companies that not working in the defense environment to adapt to work in the defense world. About us, we are a group of engineers with a long experience in the defense business in all fields, in manufacturing, in product design, in commercialization, marketing, management, and we decided 4 years ago to start this new adventure. So, you all know the current geopolitical situation. We can see every day in the news how all governments, not only Europe, worldwide, are pushing the big defense company to increase the capacities, but these defense companies are big monsters. For them, it's very difficult to move fast, to adapt the capacity to the real market necessities. So this is what we are doing, is supporting civil companies. That is paradoxical. It's paradox, because they are very good capacities, free capacities, and sometimes even some not very good financial situation on some civil companies, and they have good capacity to be adapted into the defense world. So we are filling this gap. We are supporting the civil companies to be engaged, to adapt to the procedure, to the way of work in the defense business. How we do this? First, we map the hidden capacity of these civil companies. For example, we know that the automotive industry is very strong in Spain. They had traditionally very high level of quality, and they are very close to reach the defense business. So we map the capacities, and the second step, we bridge the gaps. We support them. What do they need to fulfill the necessity of the defense market? We are doing this. We also bring new technology to these companies. Technology that are more, for years, have been in the defense industry, not just in the civil war. Everybody know about the AI and this type of new technology that for years have been in the defense. Now we are supporting also civil companies to go into these new technologies in order to adapt to the defense necessities. And finally, we help to accelerate this integration. We provide all the technology, all the ways, all the supports, all the procedure to accelerate this integration, so support civil companies to enter into the defense business. My time has gone, so if you have any question, I will be around here. Thank you very much.
Hello. Are there parents in the room? Some for sure. But I'm pretty sure we all recognize that face. And we're aware that kids are struggling to engage and to develop skills that are critical for their future. And I'm pretty sure we all agree that this is not the solution, gluing them in screens. Families are very much aware of this and are spending increasing amounts of money on supplementary educational solutions. And this is what we address. We combine physical and digital experiences together with books through a monthly subscription and deliver all these resources to families at their homes, helping kids develop those skills that they will need in the future. We're starting with the Spanish market and will reach the European market soon, integrating several technologies that differentiate us from competitors. And as the kids themselves, we do it with our own hands. We are experienced operators and founders and are accompanied by a great team and with Edelvives, one of the largest publishers in the Spanish language, as a partner and distributor. We started Ingenuables only a few months ago and reached over 50 subscribers with a very small campaign, which validated our hypothesis, and are planning to expand this subscription throughout Europe and reach over 5,000 subscribers in the next few years. We are starting a pre-seed round to essentially invest in marketing and the team, and have already joined all the IP of the pre-existing teams into this new brand. So I invite you to join us in this interactive, inspiring, and Ingenuable experience. Thank you very much.
These situations are very common in my clinical practice. Milk cows, refusal, food aversion, problem with textures, frustration. Mealtimes can become into chaos. Scientific evidence show that up to 80% of children with development difficulties also have feeding disorders. My name is Guillermo Serrano. I am occupational therapist and I am specialist in autism and feeding disorder. Many times we think that the child doesn't want to eat, but feeding is more complex of that. There are medical, cognitive, sensory, and behavioral factors. And that is when I understand something important. We need methodology and tools to understand these difficulties. When you have the methodology and the therapeutic tool, the participation of the child increases. This is more than a plate. There is a therapeutic tool that provides structure, predictability, reduce the sensory and cognitive overload, and you can introduce new foods. Why it works? Because we adapt to the cognitive process of the child. The project starts in the clinical practice, working directly with the childs and families. Then we make research about effectiveness of the plate, and we develop a methodology with the University of Zaragoza. All of this, we make an interest of social organization and companies' interest in manufacturing the product. And now we are at the key moment. I am looking for collaboration and funding because there is more than a plate. There is a therapeutic tool to help the child and families navigate to the feeding disorder. Thank you.
Hi. Imagine in North Spain, a heritage UNESCO open every day of the year. The visitors arrive, open the door with her phone, and walks in. Nobody at the door. That is what we built. Today in Spain, have 1,000 of small towns, but with more facilities, sports, and heritage, but no budget for full-time staff. The heritage closed too early, sports courts are empty, the visitors live with nothing. The book have exists in the market. No have a outlier with open the door. Only Booked. We have two lines of product. iYourbook is a multi-tenant SaaS platform, one code base. The client can book it, can in the court and manage that reservation. Municipalities can control all of her heritage. And iUtilizer is our outlier. We have industrial radars, LoRa sensors, smart release, and smart locks. The visitors book online, arrive at the venue, and unlock the door. Light and climate in the app. All in the smartphone, software and hardware. Today, we have more than 120 clients in Spain. 120 IoT devices, 47 in file. Revenue by 25% and bootstrapped 100% for day one. Classrooms, heritage, tourism, sports, and we win the Innovation Award in 2023. Integrated with the Spanish National Tourist Platform, Seguitor, and we are here to scale. More municipalities, more partnerships, more European reach. If you manage or supply a small city, let's talk. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be here today. And I'm sorry. And I believe that healthier people build stronger companies and better lives. And that's why I'm building an ecosystem based on well-being, education, and women's health with three connected pillars. The first one is corporate well-being. I work with companies and organizations through workshops, trainings, conferences, and programs, well-being programs in-house, with one goal, one very simple goal, to improve the energy of the people, the resilience, the performance, and the long-term health, because healthier people returns in stronger teams and also in better business outcomes. The second pillar is women's strength training. With Mimate Fitness and Wellness, I'm combining and building a hybrid model with a boutique training studio in Zaragoza and also a digital platform to help women to build strength for life, because muscle is the organ of longevity. And the three connected pillar is integrative health coaching, a service focused on women to support them on lifestyle, nutrition, and well-being, especially during perimenopause and menopause. I wanted to tell you today that these connected pillars, there is a mission behind, and my mission is to build and to connect with projects, companies, and people that have the same vision to build healthier and long-term longevity. So here today, I'm looking to connect with those projects, companies, investors that share the same vision, and those that are ready to shape the well-being market. So if you're one of those, I'm looking forward to connect. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for your time. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about Noviebro and our approach to the air compressed management. So we are a strategic partner in Aragon. We deliver end-to-end solutions to our clients. That means that we cover the full project life cycle. That goes from the design of the installation rooms, of the compression rooms, until the installation and certification. Every industrial plant knows that compressed air is vital for the operations, but it also can represent a significant and hidden cost. So Noviebro helps organizations to eliminate these inefficiencies. But to solve a problem, we first need to measure it. This is where Noviebro starts to work, creating energy audit. We install data loggers on your compressors, we analyze the data, and we deliver tailored solutions to our clients that achieve up to 30% of energy savings. But the heart of this revolution operation is the KSS Sigma Air Manager 4.0. That is a master controller that fully manages the compressor air stations. This system, based on this system, optimizes the energy through a simulation-based adaptive control. It features a real-time monitoring, early fault detections, and predictive maintenance framework that helps organizations to cut down downtime and expenses. So Noviebro, with partners like KSR, helps organizations to transform compressed air into operational advantage. So we are more than happy to speak to you. You want to know more about our innovations in the compressed air solutions. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, good morning. My name is Javier Dieste. I am going to talk about Vivecor. Vivecor is a cardiovascular recovery and prevention company created to give patients safety, structure, and continuity after a cardiovascular diagnosis. The problem begins when the acute medical phase ends. Public healthcare systems face high demand, limited resources, and little time for individualized follow-up. Many patients are discharged alive, but not always very confident. They ask, what can I do? How hard can I train? Is this symptom dangerous? Am I safe? Vivecor was created to answer those questions with a monitored multidisciplinary protocol. Cardiologists supervise the pathology and the clinical process. Nutrition support cardiovascular risk reduction through lifestyle change. Psychology helps patients manage fear, trauma, and commitment. And the end, physiotherapy and nursing control the day-to-day exercise, session, monitoring, and progression. Why Vivecor is different? Our model starts with 8 months safe exercise prescription and supervised sessions. We invest in monitoring because uncertainty is one of the biggest barriers to recovery. We also bring knowledge from countries with stronger prevention cultures, such as the United States or Australia, adapting those ideas to our multidisciplinary center reality. In addition, we are designing the Vivecor app, a digital lawyer that will help monitor key variables, collect symptoms and perceive effort, send reminders, provide education, and keep patient support between visits. Recovery doesn't happen only inside the clinical, it happens every day. At the end, Vivecor is the safe bridge between clinical care and daily life. Our vision is simple: help people live more, live better, and more again with safety. Thank you very much.
For decades, money and financial assets moved through old infrastructure, systems that didn't always speak to each other, manual checks, middlemen, and settlement layer that could still take several days. But now, that is changing. Money is going digital, assets are moving online, and financial markets are becoming programmable. The reality is that we already have more than 300 billion in digital dollars, 260% of growth year over year for tokenized assets, and the most important part, 28 of Europe's top banks are exploring digital asset infrastructure. The opportunity is clear, and the gap is huge. We are talking about a market that have a potential of more than $10 trillion in the next decade. Financial institutions need new rails, built for speed, for high transparency, and also, and very important part, we are designing this future of finance. Here we have FIDEX RWA, the first project that we are building the next infrastructure for financial assets. We are focusing mainly on 3 layers: stablecoin infrastructure, a digital stable infrastructure for banks and electronic money institutions, a tokenization infrastructure for powering new financial instruments and real-world assets, and also a compliance layer for powering the new capital markets. Right now, we already built 2 projects, blockchain-based projects, in which we have connected professional crypto investors that are seeking real-world yield and traditional companies with real-time financial needs. Both projects, Smart Fund and Impulse, are helping the formation of this new finance ecosystem. Right now, in our infrastructure, we are managing 2 million euros in this digital asset infrastructure, And our vision is very simple. We are going to design the next generation of finance, and the next generation of finance will be programmable. Thank you.
So good morning, I'm Javier, and I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was 6, I used to go with my grandparents to buy, not to the snow, but to buy helium balloons to the Plaza Pilar in Zaragoza. And you say, for me? No, for my aunt, sister of my mother, because she has cerebral palsy. And I still remember, like how something that simple, something like a helium balloon, made her light up, made her happy, made her smile. Because today, we think we go to different centers across Europe, across Spain, and we look for other adults sit through activities that don't engage them, that don't feel familiar or meaningful to them. So that has a real cost: cognitive decline, disconnection, and loss of joy. So what's the solution? We created PentaHealth, in which we created that interactive screen, neuroactive display, based on traditional games. We don't look to do AI things or really difficult things. We look for something simple that made these people happy, that may enjoy these years of their lives. And we also think that it cannot be complex, not cold. It has to be human, so they can go on and enjoy this time, these activities. And now we are in more than 40 centers across Spain, and also we are doing some investigation with the Institute of Investigation in Aragon with real users, because we think it's a good market. It has 10 million people over 65 in Spain, and it will be 14.5 in 2041. And not it's only that. It is a market that will reach $12 billion elderly care market in Spain by 2030. So I think that we should all be a little selfish when we think about these kind of ideas or these kind of solutions, because I don't think in every people in the world. I think of my grandparents, my aunt, or me. You have to think of every one of you and see if everything goes good, I will be old one day. So this is what I want for me in the future, or I just want to do simple things. So thank you.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Alberto. This is Manufacture is Smart Manufacturing. It's a digital platform where we outsource parts for companies that need to manufacture things. You all know these companies. They all have something in common, which is that they digitalize really analogic sectors, and that's what we want to do with manufacturing sector. As you can see, they don't have branches, they don't have vehicles, and we don't have factories. We don't own factories. This is the problem. The manufacturing sector is highly fragmented. Actually, manufacturers have really big problems to find customers because it's very fragmented, as I said, and the customers have the problem to find those manufacturers reliable and proper price, right? As you can see here, this is for the same order. This quotation is 12,000 euros, and this is 4,000 euros. It's for the same order, right? And this is what the customers find. Yeah. So this is what happened without Manufacture. It's a really long process, as you can see. And with Manufacture, in just a few minutes, if you know what you want to manufacture, you are able to do it. We orchestrate everything with these three platforms. The customers, they upload the models in the platform. They select the parameters. And then we make an auction. So the manufacturer network, they bid for the orders. This is how we earn money. I'm sorry, this is the market. As you can understand, this is huge, massive market, manufacturing industry in all the world, and this is our aim, to go worldwide. This is our team. It's quite complete, our buy source as well. I'm not going to stay here long. And right now we are fundraising. We are looking for 325,000 euros, and it's actually to professionalize the sales. We want to make marketing and sales professional way. Actually, one of the team is there. This is the person who we want to hire. And lastly, Sorry, it's going, yeah. Lastly, this is what we are developing. It's a tool that allows us to design. Even you don't have knowledge, you can design with prompting. So we digitalize design, manufacturing, and receiving the parts in your company. And that's all. If you want to have a conversation, I'm glad to do it. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Skill Chamber. We are an AI role-play company for communications experts. The thing about role-play, it's an ancient training method. It's been used by the CIA to train spies and spycraft. It's been used by politicians to prepare for interviews when they go in front of a live TV audience. But it lets people rehearse high-stakes situations before they have to face them in real life. But it depends on experts who can take the conversation and adapt in real time and give meaningful feedback. So Skill Chamber takes everything those experts know, all of their expertise, their criteria, their methodology, and it converts them in the source of truth. Because we know that AI can go a little bit off the rails if it's left to its own devices. And we put those teachers, those trainers, in contact with their students in new and exciting, engaging ways. For us, it's not about the AI, it's about the personalization. The personalization is the product. Skill Chamber is a multi-tenant platform. It's built to quickly iterate and deploy new training applications into new innovative markets. We're currently working with language teachers, and our active pilot is showing really good engagement, and we've had a user on it for an hour. The trade winds, we're seeing this as a big market. It's growing, it's going to be everywhere by 2031. And we are asking for some input. It might not only be money, we're also looking for a mentor. We're looking for somebody who can accompany us on this journey and help guide us on our way. So thank you very much for your time today.
Hello, I'm Eduardo Diego Cisdedos. I'm CEO of the BioMagLight Technologies, and I'm physiotherapy. And I invented the Redley method and devices. One person, please, because my method is necessary. Feel it. Don't see it. Don't see. Okay. Hello. Excuse me. No. It's necessary. I work in the cloud. You can. You have here pain. No. Here.
Well, if you push
yes. Yes. There. Okay. It's better? Yes, it's better?
It's better, yeah.
It's better. In few seconds, I can relax the muscle. Okay? Our differentiation is precision-like frequencies, no-invasive, painless, portable, works away from pain area. And we don't work directly on pain. We regulated body function distally. Market difference, increased clinical precision, reduce patient suffering, reduce therapies overload, help clinics. There are more patients in less time. Business model, devices, training, licenses, internationally scalable. We are building a professional ecosystem. 30 professionals in this job. Patents, CE validated, patent protect, healthcare professionals, elite athletes. You don't understand it by watching it, you understand it by feeling it. visiting Cantabria stand. Thank you.
Well, ¿qué tal estáis todos? Encantado de estar en el South Summit. Bueno, ¿habéis sentido alguna vez la belleza de la música clásica? ¿Y cómo lo habéis hecho? Yendo a una sala de conciertos, probablemente. Ya sabéis que la música clásica es patrimonio de la humanidad y la manifestación, una de las manifestaciones evidentes del desarrollo de la cultura occidental. Entonces, bueno, nosotros somos 2 generaciones de arquitectos que venimos de Cantabria, de Puente Viesgo, y lo que hemos hecho es, durante varias décadas, desarrollar el único sistema acústico del mundo diseñado específicamente para música clásica, ¿vale? Con nuestra experiencia como arquitectos, que hemos hecho muchos edificios que han sido premiados en Cantabria, como podéis ver aquí algunas. Quiero decir, nos mueve la belleza, nos mueve la solidez y la funcionalidad, que es como definió Vitruvio la arquitectura, ¿no? Entonces, pues, hemos visto desde siempre hay una similitud entre la arquitectura y la música, que es evidente. Tiene ritmo, tiene composición, tiene la belleza. Son 2 artes importantes. La arquitectura fue lo que creó las ciudades europeas y la música, pues, es el mayor placer posible para escucharlo, ¿vale? Bueno, venimos desde Puente Viesgo y lo que hemos hecho es diseñar, como he dicho, nos hemos pasado toda la vida con esa pasión de la música clásica y hemos descubierto y hemos patentado, que es lo importante, patentado un sistema de amplificación natural basado en la tecnología de la bocina acústica, que lo que hace es amplificar de forma natural las ondas sonoras, ¿vale? La mayoría en la alta fidelidad lo que se ha hecho es hacer pequeños altavoces que ocupen poco en planta para vender mucho. Las bocinas acústicas lo que hacen es amplificar de forma natural el sonido para lograr el Concert Hall Sound Experience. Si todo va bien, lo vamos a inaugurar en el Centro Botín y, bueno, nosotros concedemos a nuestros clientes el honor de preservar el legado de la música clásica.
Hello, how are you? First of all, thank you very much to Zein for this invitation. I want to present you Issue Medical. Maybe some of these issues are familiar to you. This is an injury in the face. Maybe you have suffered an injury like this, and then you have suffered the consequences of a bad shooter. Or, for example, blood extraction, blood draw, something very familiar for everyone, I suppose. And then the breast cancer. We have a very important problem here in Spain. We suffered the problem of the mammographias last year. So these are common issues in medical subjects. So we have developed this new ecosystem for training in medical education. For doctors, for nurses, we have a hardware in here. It's like an artificial skin that we have developed and we are manufacturing. We are manufacturers. And then we have the SaaS platform with the training information, something like the Netflix for doctors, and then the mixed reality for more information than in the hardware with the digital world. This is the 3 parts of our ecosystem. These are the competitors or the things that are on the market, and if you are a doctor, you can say, because all of us are telling us that this is something very new. So the market is huge, it's global, it's not something that happens only in Spain, for sure, that we have the numbers, but we are now selling this over in Spain, but also in Europe and in Latin America. We have been in Mexico recently, and the demand is huge. We have almost 15 universities in only 5 months since we have started, and we have also contacts in defense. So we are like in this point of starting the growth. For sure, an important plan for that. We have manufacturing, the support of our investors and a lot of entities here in Spain. A great team with advisors, a huge network of ecosystem with collaborators, and I don't have time, so we want to be the next platform in Europe to manufacturing here in the industry of medtech, the new training products for medical ecosystem. Sorry, thank you.
¿Qué tal? Buenos días. Gracias por la oportunidad a todos. Mi nombre es Raúl Domínguez. Hoy lo que vengo a presentar, Tailel Data es una empresa que nace de la inteligencia artificial. Nuestra expertise son el entrenamiento y la creación de modelos de inteligencia artificial, pero hoy venimos con una herramienta diseñada por y para abogados. En nuestro caso, lo que hemos visto es que todas las operaciones que se hacen en el despacho de letrados, a fin de cuentas, vienen a ser apoyadas a día de hoy ya por la inteligencia artificial, pero muy pocos saben que cuando usamos la inteligencia artificial resulta que no estamos cumpliendo con una cosa muy importante en España, que es el secreto profesional. Entonces, a día de hoy estamos muy acostumbrados a utilizar la inteligencia artificial, pero si tú preguntas en las propias inteligencias artificiales si cumplen con la normativa española, resulta que te das cuenta de que no cumple, de que el secreto profesional muchas veces se incumple cuando metemos un documento en cualquier inteligencia artificial, aunque sea vía API, que es como se suelen desarrollar a día de hoy. Nuestra solución, comparándola con el resto de competidores que hay en el mercado a día de hoy, pues lo que aseguramos es que se trabaja 100% en local, es decir, cualquier ordenador que tenga el abogado en su despacho funciona perfectamente con nuestra solución. Cumplimos con todos los estándares del mercado, en tanto en obligación de cumplimiento de protección de datos y el secreto profesional. Y además lo que hacemos nosotros es que hemos creado una capa que es muy interesante, que es que anonimizamos el dato antes de que salga del computador o del ordenador del profesional. De esa manera nos garantizamos que los datos que tú envíes a tu proveedor, que esa es la gran ventaja que tiene nuestra herramienta, es que están libres de ser trabajados o que luego puedan quedar y no puedas ejercitar tu derecho al olvido, etcétera. De esa manera te garantizas que todo el trabajo que tú haces en tu despacho totalmente está blindado. Además, siempre contamos con que, en este caso, el letrado o el profesional que trabaje con datos sensibles tenga una revisión humana durante el proceso, de tal manera que siempre dejamos a la persona que decida. La inteligencia artificial es una herramienta, no es quien decide. ¿Y qué hemos hecho además de todo esto? Que ya hay soluciones que más o menos integran un poco lo que acabo de explicar. Añadimos gestión documental completa, hacemos gestión de usuarios, tenemos el calendario para que te avisa de los siguientes eventos que van a ocurrir que son importantes, lo tienes tú todo centralizado en una única consola. Bueno, el software es muy interesante. Aquí hemos venido a dar un speech muy rápido porque eran 2 minutos. Lo que sí que garantizamos es que cumplimos y que somos uno de los mejores software que hay ahora mismo en el mercado. Cualquier pregunta o si queréis saber más sobre el software, encantado de atenderos. Muchas gracias.
Ahora mismo, en esta sala, todos pensáis más rápido de lo que escribís. Lleváis así toda la vida y nunca os habéis preguntado por qué. Os lo cuento. Hace 150 años, cuando escribías con una máquina de escribir muy rápido, esta se atascaba porque era mecánica. ¿Y cómo lo solucionaron? Diseñando un teclado para frenarte. Ese mismo teclado, pensado para hacernos más lentos, es el que usáis día a día. Y la forma de hablar con las máquinas no ha cambiado en 1 siglo y medio. Y seguimos escribiendo a 40 palabras por minuto. Soy Sergio y hemos creado Háblalo para cambiar la forma con la que hablamos con las máquinas. Tan solo hay que hablar para que aparezca escrito en cualquier app, en 1 segundo, para poder hablar a una velocidad de 160 palabras por minuto, 4 veces más rápido que en el teclado. Os voy a poner un caso que hago yo todos los días. Yo solamente pulso una tecla y mientras me muevo por las facturas, el calendario, el email, yo hablo y digo, escribe un email a Marta diciendo que cancela la reunión de mañana y que envío la factura a hoy mismo. Yo solo tengo que soltar la tecla y en menos de 1 segundo aparece escrito. También, si quiero, puedo seleccionar ese mismo texto, pulsar la misma tecla y decir, hazlo más conciso y en inglés. En menos de 1 segundo se reescribe solo. Esto no es dictar, es cambiar la forma con la que trabajamos y la velocidad. Esto bueno, lo construimos para nosotros porque estamos todo el día escribiendo, entonces también sirve para personas que pueden ser desarrolladores, founders, periodistas, creadores de contenido o marketers. Cada uno de ellos puede escribir hasta 4 veces más rápido y ganar 1 hora al día. Y esto no es una promesa, nosotros ya escribimos así. Detrás de Háblalo está Naxia, empresa fundada por Guillermo y yo, que ya entrega clientes como Acciona o clientes en Qatar y Dubái. Y nosotros ya ha cambiado nuestra forma de trabajar y nuestra productividad. Así que ahora os toca a vosotros. El teclado, durante 150 años, ha decidido cuánto podía producir el mundo. Eso va a acabar ahora y nosotros lo vamos a liderar en español desde Europa, para poder escribir tan rápido como pensar. Muchas gracias.
Nosotros hacemos agricultura de precisión y tecnologías avanzadas. Vale, en la cadena agroalimentaria hay muchos datos, lo que pasa es que da mucha información pero en ciertos puntos, pero esta información está dispersa y fragmentada, ¿no? Entonces esto provoca que el agricultor tome decisiones reactivas, pierda recursos y haya un riesgo, ¿no?, que no controle. ¿Cómo conectamos esta información, anticipamos riesgos y optimizamos la productividad? Pues con una cobertura total y continua del sistema, ¿no?, de forma continua para así poder darle las recomendaciones al agricultor. Vale, aquí es donde entramos nosotros, que somos en nuestro sistema de toma de decisiones. Lo que hacemos es recopilar toda esta información, la analizamos y la transformamos en decisiones útiles para el agricultor. La competencia hoy en día pues optimiza de forma parcial, ¿no? Optimiza el cultivo, optimiza el riego, optimiza el procesamiento, pero en conjunto nadie lo hace. Nosotros tenemos esa visión transversal en la cual optimizamos todo de forma global. Nuestro modelo está basado en captura de valor por impacto económico generado y es escalable y repetible. Es escalable en 3 vertientes: vertical, horizontal y diagonal. Vertical dependiendo de la profundidad que lleguemos con el agricultor. Horizontal dependiendo del número de clientes que tengamos y en diagonal dependiendo del número de explotaciones que tengamos. Entonces, cuanto más impacto, mejor negocio. Y todo ello sin que a nosotros nos suponga un coste mayor ni un esfuerzo mayor, porque nos da igual una explotación que 100. Tenemos 2 casos de éxito, uno en una parcela pequeña en Genovés, en Valencia, de aguacatejas, que mejoramos un 8% de productividad, reducimos consumo de agua y reducimos costes. Un impacto económico de unos 5.000 euros. Y en Xeresa, con naranjos, anticipamos plagas, mejoramos productividad, mejoramos el impacto económico por hectárea y reducimos el riesgo operativo. Somos 2 perfiles que convergen muy bien, porque yo me dedico a la agricultura, vengo del campo y sé cómo piensa un agricultor, y mi socio es técnico agrónomo, es ingeniero de datos y de inteligencia artificial. Por lo tanto, nosotros diríamos que no desarrollamos tecnología para la agricultura, sino que traducimos la complejidad agrícola en sistemas computables de decisión con impacto económico real. Vale, como he dicho antes, tenemos 2 casos validados en campo, estamos en un piloto en una cooperativa de Pamplona y estamos inmersos en una misión en CDTI y en ISA. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días. Estamos perdiendo dinero, y no poco. O sea, por cada 100.000 euros que invertimos, estamos pagando más de 4 veces más de comisiones en los fondos de inversión, lo que implica que en 5 años perdemos 9.000 euros, 24.000 en 10 años y la friolera de 229.000 en 30 años. Todos los que estamos aquí estamos acostumbrados en nuestro día a día, en el trabajo o en nuestras empresas, a mirar dashboard, costes, métricas, riesgos, para tomar decisiones informadas basadas en esos datos. Pero luego, si hablamos de nuestro patrimonio personal o familiar, y lo he visto demasiadas veces trabajando en un family office, tomamos decisiones con fotografías parciales basadas en nuestras intuiciones y con información incompleta. Y no por falta de inteligencia, sino por falta de herramientas que nos ayuden en este camino. Y ahí es donde entra en juego patrimonio fácil. Es la centralización de todo nuestro patrimonio neto, activos financieros y no financieros, además de los pasivos. Un sitio donde poder ver los costes ocultos y reales de todos nuestros fondos de inversión y donde poder comprobar que nuestra cartera, que tanto esfuerzo nos ha costado construir, se ajusta a nuestro perfil de riesgo. A lo que le añadimos una capa de inteligencia artificial con un asistente financiero que nos acompaña a interpretar los datos. ¿Por qué ahora es posible? O sea, principalmente porque el Open Banking ya está medianamente maduro y porque la inteligencia artificial ha ayudado a reducir los costes del asesoramiento financiero para hacerlo totalmente accesible. Bueno, nuestro modelo de negocio es un B2C clásico, mes gratuito y diferentes niveles por funcionalidades, partiendo de los 10 euros, por eso lo de accesible. Bueno, estamos en fase de validación con 20 usuarios y, bueno, ese es los activos financieros y no financieros que tenemos en seguimiento. Soy Roberto Pérez y desde hace más de 15 años estoy aplicando la inteligencia artificial en la gestión de capital de un family office. Bueno, abriremos beta cerrada dentro de 50 plazas más para 50 plazas más para la beta cerrada, por lo cual, si queréis apuntaros, ahí tenéis los datos. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días. Estoy seguro de que Einstein no hubiera cambiado el mundo si lo hubieran estado interrumpiendo por teléfono cada 10 minutos. Porque por muy brillante que seas, si te están todo el rato interrumpiendo, no puedes hacer bien tu trabajo. Mi nombre es Nicolás Lerano, soy ingeniero mecánico y los últimos meses he estado hablando con empresas de diferentes sectores, entre ellas fontanería, climatización, ascensores e instalaciones eléctricas. Y en todas, aunque sean sectores diferentes, he visto un mismo patrón que han sido las llamadas. Hemos visto que un tercio de las consultas son repetitivas y que un 27% de las llamadas se pierden. Hablando con uno de estos empresarios, me contaba que él los fines de semana no se podía echar una siesta tranquilo, porque cuando él se iba a dormir, el teléfono seguía sonando. Entonces, su única solución era dejarle el teléfono a su mujer o a sus 2 hijos pequeños. Porque hay llamadas que cambian un negocio y hay otras que solo lo interrumpen. De ahí nace mi proyecto, que es Lera, y tiene esta pinta en la práctica. Al final, una llamada entra por el teléfono, nuestro sistema, nuestra solución, lo clasifica, pregunta qué ha pasado, dónde ha sucedido y con qué urgencia, y lo integra directamente en el sistema que esté utilizando ya el cliente. ¿Qué gana la empresa con todo esto? La empresa pierde de 5 a 8 minutos en gestionar una incidencia. Se tiene atención 24 horas los 7 días de la semana. Y la más importante, más llamadas no significa tener que incluir más plantilla, ya que sin Lera una llamada te consume una persona y ahora con Lera un agente puede gestionar todas las llamadas. Ahora imaginaros esa persona que es empresario que no se podía echar la siesta los fines de semana. Pues con nuestra solución eso es lo que arreglamos. Como he dicho, soy Nicolás Lerano y si queréis consultar o tenéis alguna curiosidad sobre el proyecto, estaré encantado de responderosla.
Bueno, buenos días. Nosotros tenemos una solución para el gran problema que supone la, digamos, caducidad de los aerogeneradores. Los aerogeneradores, cuando tienen 30 años aproximadamente, y este es el momento, tienen los propietarios de esos parques eólicos tienen la obligación de desmantelarlos. Nosotros tenemos una solución para que no ocurra esto que estamos viendo en esta fotografía, este abandono, este desaprovechamiento y, por otro lado, irresponsabilidad de dejar en los parques eólicos, en los montes, toneladas y toneladas de materiales plásticos de los que se componen las palas de aerogenerador. La tendencia es al alza. Cada vez va a haber más molinos instalados a lo largo del parque, bueno, del campo, en este caso español. Estos son datos para España y nosotros tenemos una solución para poder coger esas palas y poder llevarlas a los centros de reciclaje. La dificultad que tiene es el tamaño, la complejidad propia de los materiales y la logística por ser tan grandes. Nosotros lo que vamos a hacer estamos haciendo corte, recogida in situ de cada trozo de la pala y transporte selectivo a los centros de reciclaje. Como digo, corte en el propio parque eólico, ahorrando grandes costes logísticos. Hay soluciones actuales que suponen
6.000 euros de coste, nosotros lo estamos haciendo por 3.000, ¿vale? Y las introduciremos en el mercado como textil, estructuras o otro tipo de elementos para cualquier sector de la industria. Si queréis contactarme, estos son mis datos y estaré encantado de responderos.
Buenas tardes. No sé si sabíais en esta sala que pasamos más del 90% de nuestras vidas en espacios interiores. Espacios interiores en los cuales los gestores de los edificios están obsesionados por recoger datos. Datos que el problema que tienen es que están desconectados, están descontextualizados y no son accionables. Uno de los parámetros más importantes en estos espacios interiores es la calidad del aire interior que respiramos las personas, que afecta en nuestra salud, en nuestra productividad y directamente en la eficiencia energética de los edificios. En Inviot hemos desarrollado la solución, un dispositivo de calidad de aire interior que es capaz de medir más de 13 parámetros y es totalmente integrable con cualquier edificio inteligente. Tenemos también una plataforma propia, MyInviot, que es el SaaS que convierte los datos en información útil y accionable para los gestores del edificio. Un dispositivo robusto, funcionando y que ya tenemos demostrado el Product Market Fit. Es tecnología 100% fabricada en Navarra. Y el mercado está en un punto de inflexión. Europa, a través de la nueva EPBD, ya está obligando a medir de manera continua la calidad del aire en espacios interiores. Además, las empresas, dentro de sus estrategias de ESG, están empezando a demandar calidad del dato y medición continua de la calidad del aire en espacios interiores. Y la tecnología IoT ya está a la orden del día en todos nuestros edificios. Se necesitan dispositivos que se integren de manera automática con los edificios. Y en Inviot ya estamos creciendo. Tenemos más de 5.000 dispositivos como este desplegados en más de 30 países. El año pasado facturamos más de 500.000 y esperamos duplicarlo para el año que viene, de los cuales ya más del 31% fue facturación internacional. Tenemos distribuidores y un canal ya formado en más de 10 países que nos va a ayudar al escalado de los próximos años. Esperamos duplicar la facturación y llegar a break-even con más de 1 millón de facturación este año. El primer trimestre ya batimos récord de ventas en Inviot y esperamos llegar a más de 2 millones de EBITDA en 2029. Estamos buscando una ronda de financiación privada con un equity de más de 500.000 euros, que tenemos ya bastante avanzada con un inversor privado y con acompañamiento de socios y que está enfocado directamente al crecimiento del canal y de la internacionalización. Y una reflexión final. En la era de la IA, en la que estamos hablando siempre de inteligencia artificial, el hardware que mide en el mundo físico es muy poco replicable y es lo que se está ahora mismo demandando. Si hay algún inversor en la sala interesado en un producto ya facturando, escalable y en fase de internacionalización, hablemos. Muchas gracias.
Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about the hottest of hot topics, AI. And it might seem like we're shooting ourselves in our own foot here, but we'd like to start off by saying that 95% of generative AI pilots fail today. They never make it into production. There's a recent MIT study, and the reason we defend behind it is not the technology itself, it's the human interpretation of that technology. Humans like control, like predictability, and like determinism, and generative AI is by definition a probabilistic technology. At 1 Million Bot, we spent the last 8 years seeking to address this problem, making generative AI as deterministic as possible through 3 specialized verticals, which are the following. First of all, our own platform, the Milli platform, which is an AI agent orchestration platform, of course, LLM agnostic, and with a variety of use cases. We have over 220 successful customer stories deployed on this platform, and it entails everything from citizen attention in large ministries, city town halls, or customer attention in the private sector. We also have our custom AI branch, which is tailor-made development, AI development for large institutions and enterprises, and our AI Center of Excellence, which is what seeks to marry the AI use case with the AI governance, control, and compliance, which is in need today. They are all managed through our AI Hub, which is our heart, our company heart and a core, which is the agentic ecosystem which powers the 3 verticals. We are LLM agnostic, we are sovereign, we work with the Spanish government with ALIA, the sovereign Spanish model, and we have a strong sense of purpose in making sure that AI is deployed not for the press release, not for the marketing, but for the results and the return on investment. We are not looking for finance rounds, we're looking for appetite for real-world use cases, for deployment, for scale, and these are a few of the recognitions which we're proudest about. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, and let me show you what we're doing in Captia. I am industrial engineer, and with my co-founders also. We created Captia after more than 20 years of experience in the industry. We are focused just in the industry. We want to optimize the industry, we want to grow the industry in Europe, and we want to be competitive with the other markets around the world in the industry. Then what we are doing? We are changing the paradigm. We are getting the wave of 4.0 to 4.AI. We are using the data to transform the decision in the companies, in the industries. And how we are able to do that? Because at the end, the factories are generating a lot of data, but the decisions still arrive late because the data is fragmented, delayed decisions, and then we lost the competitivity with the other sectors and other industries. Okay, how we are going to solve that? If you see the right, at the left corner of the screen, you are seeing the black side, no? Fragmented data, SCADA, robots, PLC, sensors. But in Captia, we deploy it with our know-how and with our expertise in the industry, one connector, Captia Connect. We are able to connect all the devices in the industry, systems, robots, process, everything. We are able to concentrate all the data here, and we have one software in the edge side, but we communicate with the other platform, Captia AI, where we are able to analyze all the information that you have, your metadata. We're able to do predictions, predictive maintenance. We're able to do real-time decisions. We can create agentic models, workflows, everything what you are thinking about the AI, but with your data. The data are your factory. And here you can see some data of us in this year. More than 0.5 million euros in revenue. We are producing energy savings, 2 weeks of typical plant implementation, payback in less 5 months. And we are able to monetize 100% superficial, supercritical assets in your industry. But the most important thing, 100% bootstrapped. We don't need any investment. We do it by doing consulting, doing projects, and now we are looking for industrial partners to unlock new verticals of the industry. And thank you so much. We are Captia.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much, everybody. Good afternoon. I come from Menta 360. We have a purpose. Our purpose is to improve employee well-being in the company. And why are we interested in this? It's very simple. We come from different companies, and we came up with this conclusion one day talking. It doesn't matter if you are in a small, big, huge company, familiar, or a multinational, we all face the same problem. People is not happy at work. And today, 40% of the employee is suffering from work, stress, depression, anxiety, and this is something that is really reducing the capacity of the company, it's really affecting people, and this is something that we were really worried about it. So we came up with this idea, why don't we have a mentor, but somebody that is 24/7 in your application that you can talk to it, and it will reply you and make you question like it was a psychologist already, and it will prepare some information. It will give you advice, but it will also prepare information for the human resource, for the manager in the company, so that they will know what's happening in the group, but everything will be confidential, so the people will have information about what's happening, but not who is affected. So everybody is confident on talking on this, but we also can measure what the workplace climate is, what is the metrics that we have, so that we know how is the company in this matter, which is really important right now. And we have a huge market to work on this. We work for every company, and we are a software as a service. And if you are really interested or looking more information, we'll be happy to explain. Thank you very much.
Yo antes de empezar quería plantearos una reflexión. Pensad en la última vez que se ha tomado una decisión en vuestro departamento de marketing o ventas. ¿Esta decisión se ha basado en data real, en métricas, o se ha basado en una información parcial y sesgada por parte de quien tomaba esa decisión? Lo digo porque tenemos más información que nunca. Tenemos llamadas, tenemos WhatsApps, tenemos correos, tenemos campañas de marketing, tenemos métricas, tenemos notas en el CRM. Y, sin embargo, seguimos sin ser capaces de responder a la pregunta más básica, la pregunta más importante. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué unos clientes nos compran y otros no? ¿Por qué unos comerciales venden más que otros? Y el problema es que sin ese por qué estamos condenados a llegar tarde. Estamos condenados a decidir tarde, a aprender tarde, y estamos perdiendo dinero. Y el coste real de esto no es ya que vayamos a perder una venta, sino que si no aprendemos el por qué las estamos consiguiendo o no las estamos consiguiendo, vamos a perder otras que de otra manera no perderíamos. Y el problema, como decía, no es que no tengamos información. Tenemos más información que nunca, tenemos información de sobra. El problema es que necesitamos un sistema que lo conecte. Y ese sistema es Newbik. Newbik es un cerebro que se implementa a medida de cada empresa con dos soluciones, una para ventas y una para marketing. En ventas lo que hacemos es analizar el 100% de las conversaciones que tenemos con nuestros clientes. Extraemos más de 200 data points de cada una de estas conversaciones y con eso generamos informes cuantitativos y cualitativos para marketing, dirección, producto, customer success, ventas, etcétera, etcétera. En marketing lo que hacemos es utilizar toda esa data que estamos generando, que nos está diciendo directamente el cliente, y además hacer investigaciones de mercado en tiempo real, ver qué está haciendo la competencia, y a partir de ahí podemos crear campañas multiplataforma que automatizan hasta el 80% del trabajo de un departamento de marketing. Básicamente, Newbik es para empresas que basan su proceso comercial, sus ventas, en llamadas y reuniones con clientes, independientemente del sector. Obviamente, cuanto más volumen de datos haya, más fiables serán las conclusiones que saquemos. Y, en definitiva, lo que tenemos es que cambiar un poco el cómo tomamos decisiones. Estamos acostumbrados a tomar decisiones basadas en lo que pasa, en el resultado, y tenemos que empezar a tomarlas basadas en el por qué pasan las cosas, en la causa de ese resultado. Si conseguimos hacer eso, aprenderemos antes, decidiremos antes y creceremos mucho más rápido. Muchas gracias.
Well, science is one of the most powerful tools we have to improve everything, improve the industry, improve companies, improve the society, improve our planet. And actually, the fact is the world is full of scientific discoveries. But this is the good news. The bad news is that many of these scientific breakthroughs will never reach people or the market. Many technologies remain in the lab, while companies keep searching maybe for solutions, for technologies that they don't know that they exist. And in our view, this is not a problem of innovation, but a problem of translation. And this is where we, Playat, come in. We accelerate science into market-ready innovations. We are a tech builder, a consultancy and hybrid consultancy engineering company, and we try to build this path from discovery to impact, applying a data-driven and market-focused approach. In order to make this repeatable, we have created a method where we start by exploring opportunities, we structure project partnerships, We validate new technologies, and with these results, we create business models that later on we are able to scale with alliance and replication. But we didn't want to stay there, and we want to go one step forward, and we have started prototyping the future of science to market. Actually, in our process, the most critical phase is the validation phase. So we have decided to start there, and we have created Lab to Market. Lab to Market is a digital solution, software as a service, targeting this validation phase. So in Lab to Market, we put together researchers. Well, we help them bring their technologies closer to actual market real needs. We bring with them experts from the industry, from the company, that they are able to provide a qualified feedback on the new technologies. And by connecting both sides, we are able to generate a science and market intelligence and to actually transform this scientific, this validation of new technologies into a digital and scalable process. So my name is Oscar Sanchez, founder of Playet, and if you want to reimagine how science reaches the world, I will be more than happy to talk to you later. Thank you.
I am Mariela Martinez, I am computer engineer, and I live in a camper van. I love sleeping in the mountain, waking up at the sea, see the sunset. Sounds amazing, right? Until something stops working. Imagine it's Saturday night, -2 degrees outside, and your heating system does not start. The user manual is in German. YouTube doesn't show your model. Forums give contradictory answers, and generic AI doesn't know your vehicle setup. But when the problem is related to electricity, gas, or heating, a wrong answer can be dangerous. This problem is even bigger for rental companies, manufacturers, or dealers, who spend hours every day answering the same question. That's why we created SmartVan AI, the first AI assistant tailored for camper vans and motorhomes. It is trained with the specific vehicle, its onboard systems, and technical documentation. The user scans a QR code or sends a WhatsApp message and receives a clear, safe, and actionable answer in seconds. And if the issue is complex, SmartVan escalates it to a professional with an initial diagnosis already prepared. Our difference is simple. While ChatGPT guesses, SmartVan solves. With more than 6 million vehicles in Europe, the RV market is growing fast, but technical support is still outdated. That's why we sell annual subscriptions to individual owners and B2B integrations, plus a monthly fee for companies. We have already processed We have a strong founder market fit. I live this problem every day. And Alberto Torralba, our marketing director, is also involved in Van Life. We have processed more than 300 technical manuals, have paying user, and B2B integrations in development. And the next step is to connect SmartVan to a real-time onboard system, launch an offline version to use it anywhere in the world, and expand internationally. That's why we are looking for investment and strategic partners to continue developing the product, with the final goal to make SmartVan AI the support standard for the RV industry. Because real freedom is not choosing where to go. It is knowing that if something goes wrong, you will know how to solve it.
Hi, everyone. There's no time for introductions, because every second counts in an emergency. In 2024, 228 people lost their lives in one of the worst natural disasters in European history. That tragedy reminded us something simple. Information alone is not enough. A reliable channels is the answer. This is not a Spanish problem. Too many cities still lack geo-targeted channels to notify the citizens against the threat. And that's why Urban Alert is here. We work to notify the people against threats like wildfires, floods, chemical disasters. We operate before, during, and after the emergency. Any predictable risk became a coordinated response with us. And nowadays, we are so proud with already 3 signed contracts reaching at least 150,000 people yet. And the most important at that point, why us? What makes us different? Simply, 30 years of experience in the area. Too many police officers and firefighters are behind us, telling us what to do. And obviously, AI. We are finishing the development of a Sentinel that allows the operator activates a protocol with natural language. And for this reason, we are here looking cities that want to create safer communities with us, because we are flipping the relationship with the information and the citizens. The citizen no longer searches the information. The information will find them. That's the future. That's Urban Alert. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Do you know that 60% of the renewable energy that we're installing today, like those solar panels here, will not be useful if we don't do anything by 2030? I'm Manel Sambartí, CEO and co-founder of Bamboo Energy, and let me explain you how our technology will solve that problem. We know that we are all facing a huge challenge for our society, which is the energy transition. It's installing renewable energy, clean energy, but as well is consuming in a cleaner way. But to do that, 100% renewable energy system is not possible without energy flexibility. Consumers need to adapt to the generation. And this will allow this energy transition to happen faster, cheaper, and more efficiently. But this needs as well to empower society. Consumers need to become active consumers, need to become flexumers. Actually, we have today a part of flexibility in our system, but it's a small part of what we could do. Actually, with artificial intelligence and optimization models, we can certainly increase the potential of flexibility by leveraging flexibility of electrical vehicles, solar panels, batteries, even consumers. And you may wonder, how big is this market? Well, last year, we're talking about 30 billion worldwide, and what is more relevant, increasing at more than 20% annual growth rate, up to 2030 and even beyond that. We are talking about changing the energy system by introducing a new concept, flexibility as a service. By using our technology, artificial intelligence-based and mathematical modeling, with a B2B model, we enable our client, an energy company, to retain clients and increase by 45% incomes. In addition, the end consumer saves energy, saves cost. And this brings a total value for the society as well. But it's not only about money, it's about CO2 emissions. By each megawatt hour we connect to the platform, we reduce by 370 kilograms of CO2. Today, Bamboo Energy is a scale-up. We have operations in 5 countries, 24/7, and we are fundraising to continue that expansion worldwide, to become the benchmark platform for demand flexibility by putting the citizens at the center of the energy system. Willing to know more? Let's Bamboo together.
Ok. Solo en España, 293.000 estudiantes tienen necesidades educativas específicas. De hecho, yo era parte de esta estadística cuando era pequeña. Y la realidad es que en un mundo digital, donde las competencias digitales son claves, la mayoría de estos alumnos quedan excluidas, simplemente porque las herramientas que se utilizan en las escuelas no son accesibles. De aquí nace nuestro proyecto, también gracias a la colaboración de grandes partners, nace Scratch Tactile, un ecosistema que parte de 4 principios fundamentales. Diseño universal, comunidad global por la equidad tecnológica, basado en investigación y, sobre todo, testeado todas nuestras soluciones en entornos educativos reales, en entornos vulnerables con personas con y sin discapacidad y sin conectividad. Nuestro ecosistema está formado por soluciones tanto tangibles, físicas, como digitales, y este es nuestro valor diferencial principal, este modelo híbrido, y que también la accesibilidad no es un añadido, está desde el diseño. Nuestro mercado es el mercado EdTech en crecimiento y a finales de año pretendemos sacar un nuevo recurso educativo dirigido al sector familiar. Nuestros principales clientes, instituciones públicas, privadas, docentes y centros educativos, y nuestro modelo de negocio es bastante diversificado. Nuestro impacto, que es lo que más nos hace sentir orgullosos, tenemos usuarios de más de 70 países de todo el mundo, 5.000 educadores impactados, indirectamente 25.000 estudiantes con discapacidad, y hemos donado más de 2.500 kits a entornos vulnerables, con lo cual la comunidad global sí que es una realidad y va creciendo. Y actualmente estamos en expansión y hemos firmado acuerdos internacionales con varios distribuidores en varios países de Europa y América Latina. Nuestro equipo, un gran equipo multidisciplinar que compartimos todos una misión: llegar a impactar a 10 millones de niños en 2030, para que nadie quede fuera del futuro digital.